Hello world, welcome back to my channel. My name's Paul. I just stopped here to do my intro and bumped into my mate Steve, which is really a small world because we're doing the live feed tomorrow together. Today I'm just doing a quick ride around Mandurah, show you a few things, but for now, let's roll the intro. Now we're going to go and see the thrombolites. They're an ancient reef system that I believe were the first producers of oxygen on Earth, so it's thanks to them that we've got life. It's about 5 or 10 k's south of Mandurah. Just look for this sign, turn right, and that'll take you straight there. Okay guys, I'm just about at the thrombolites and I smelt this smell and I've found a barbecue competition. Now this is Jason, he runs the show, so I'll let him tell you a little bit about it.
Thank you. Yeah, we're actually at the Pit Boss Backyarder and Bare Bones competition. It's a American style barbecue competition. We've got 25 teams that have been cooking overnight. They're actually in the process now of finalising their meats at the end of the cook and then preparing those to go into some boxes, and we send them off to judging. So we're lucky enough to have secured the Thorny Devil craft beer site down here in Heron. Magnificent site, so yeah, that's what we're doing.
Excellent mate, thank you very much. I'm going to eat some food.
Excellent.
Down in Louisiana, where the tall pine trees grow, there live a preacher daughter.
And now we're on Lake Clifton. This is the second largest lake in the area. The biggest one's Lake Preston down the road. And as you can see below me here, they're the thrombolites, the first oxygen creators on the planet. And this is the largest concentration of lake-borne thrombolites in the southern hemisphere. Quite amazing. But I'll put the drone up now. Hopefully we'll get you some clearer footage.
This is the hour, the darkest place.
So now we're at the Mandurah Cut. This is the Port Bouvard Bridge above me. To me this is all I was about to say, this is new, but it's at least 25 years old. I remember flying across this bridge at 120 kilometres an hour once on an old GS 850, and the cops were just here, and instead of arresting me, he rode on his bike next to me all the way through town at 100 kilometres an hour and then waved me off when we got to the other side. So things are a bit different these days though, but the cuts, this is man-made. It was put in to let the Mandurah estuary flow better, and in the beginning it seemed to be in a bit of a failure, but now that it's settled in over the last 20 years, it really has changed the whole Mandurah outlook. A lot of crabs, people are always catching crabs here. But for now, I'm going to head up a bit further.
I can't get diamonds so Perth, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. But I can love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'll give you all of what I've got, the fancy finds, baby, I have not. Just gonna love you.
And now we're in Halls Head. Mandurah's just over there, the other side of the estuary. Halls Head's a suburb of Mandurah. The reason I stopped here, Halls Head used to be my cousin's farm when I was a kid. And this old house here was the original homestead. It's probably paint now, but it all would have been whitewashed back in the day. When I was a kid, I seem to remember it being used as a feed shed, but I could be wrong. But yeah, they've done it up a lot for tourism. This is a big tourism area, Mandurah. It was quite big when I was young, but now it's actually a suburb of Perth pretty much. A lot of people commute for work. But guys, if I ever get a bit teary-eyed and nostalgic about how the way things used to be, everywhere has to have an industry, and as far as industry goes, tourism's not a bad one. So yeah, as nostalgic as I might get, it could be a lot worse. And so when they put in the cut, they put in the canals all over Mandurah, so it's possible to buy these beautiful houses, not these flash ones here I'm not talking about, but those smaller houses over there. We could have bought one of them on the canal with a dock for about the same price, maybe even cheaper than the house we bought in Morley. But it's a long way from the airport, and I get up early enough as it is in the morning. But it really is a beautiful part of the world, Mandurah.
But a sweet talking daughter, Lord, she loves to jelly roll. Yes, she do.
This is the Adventure Golf and Carnival. A few rides in there. Pretty big at night time during school holidays. It gets packed, but there's all sorts of things in there. We'll go and do a quick walk around. So this is the Mandurah foreshore. Really popular place for picnics and things. People drive down to Perth just to come here. Like I said, there was a lot of people had holiday homes and things here when I was a kid, but it's all changed now. It's part of Perth. This bridge here, I've always known that as the old Mandurah Bridge, but it's now the new Mandurah Bridge, because obviously they've changed the old wooden bridge since the last time I was here. All this big building over here, that used to be where the Peninsula Hotel was, and that used to be pretty much the end of Mandurah when I was young. I'll stop at the block of shops that we used to eat at when I was a kid, and that pretty much was the end of Mandurah. This is, as you can see, beautiful, very popular, and you know, I haven't really mentioned this before, but we've had our borders locked since the beginning of COVID, and we've got 0 community cases for a long time, and as you can see, there's just people everywhere. We're living life, apart from not being able to travel out of the state, or you can travel out of the state, you just can't come back. We're living life pretty much as we did before. We don't really notice. And when you're in a beautiful little coastal town like this, what else are you going to eat? Fish and chips. So here I am at Jetty Fish and Chips and Burgers.
You can call
Gonna
me
have some lunch.
Listen, you can call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy. You can say I'm weak.
So these shops here, the ones you can see on the corner there, that used to be the end of Mandurah when I was a kid. And the whole place has grown so much. I'm going to put the drone up here so we can see how much it's grown. It's just amazing, all these restaurants and everything in here. It's really a thriving little town now, Mandurah.
Cross my heart and hope to die.
And now we're at Hoop's house. We just finished the live feed. There's his boy there. Now we'll go and have a look in his backyard. It's really quite impressive, all the stuff that he's built here. But we'll go and have a quick look around. Now all this Steve built by himself. Put the walls in, everything. That's his barbecue there. It's his smoker here. Do you want to open that up? Give us a look. Got the spa he installed himself, the bar. I remember when he was making these things. Is there a YouTube video on your stalls, or was that a Facebook thing that I saw?
I think it might have been a Facebook one.
Yeah.
Just resin coated.
That's all bottle caps.
Come from one of my mates' pine plantations.
Yeah.
So it's all reused stuff though.
And the backyard. So this is really quite impressive. Got the hydroponics and stuff over there, but if you want to go first and explain everything as we go, Steve.
Yeah, it's aquaponics.
Aquaponics. Okay, so what's the difference?
So aquaponics is by use of obviously marine, anything that lives in water. So like I've got yabbies in there. Aquaponics is chemically done. So this is my overgrown veg patch with heaps of weeds, but there's the chickens will go in there soon and they'll start eating it all. Yeah, so my aquaponics up there on the wall, that's one of my films that I done on my YouTube channel, was just building it, and it runs back over to the corner where my yabbies are, and the pump runs into my shed. So,
and this is the most impressive bit, the fire pit.
Yeah,
he built all this.
So Michael, you should have seen on the live video just before, he's a brickie by trade, so he built all of these
all the brickwork. I helped him concrete it all up and make it up. He did all of this, the fire pit itself, and I've basically done all of the concrete that's all around it and the pathway that leads up to the fire pit.
And Steve came up with this idea, rather than putting these designs in there, he made a little template to put the designs in. He put that on YouTube, then all of a sudden everyone was doing it, and whether that's coincidence or whether everyone stole Steve's idea, we don't know. And the Tirana, there's a lot of work's gone into this already, but there's a lot more to go. Oh, and guys, in America, Holden, which makes the Tirana, is Australian's version of Chev.
Yeah.
So
GM
Holden.
Yeah. A lot of love still needed, and a lot more time to work on it, but other than that, yeah, she's all good.
And this is what Mandurah's most famous for. Well, really, this is what Australia's most famous for. It's beaches, and even in the height of summer school holidays, you'll still find a lonely patch of beach to be alone. Beautiful spot. Today's a terrible day, overcast. It's a bit warm, but overcast, so it's not really beach weather, but still. I'll put the drone up so you can have a look, but it's a bit windy. We'll see how I go. And now I'm going to jump on the bike and head home. Hope I showed you a bit of Mandurah. Beautiful, beautiful little spot. Great place for a day trip, or there's heaps of resorts and hotels here. Great place for a weekend. And Janet does her exam tomorrow, so hopefully next video will be a trip away. I hope so. Looking forward to it. And tomorrow, well, it'll be yesterday by the time I've edited this, but we're doing the live feed with Steve that you met this morning, and so we'll see you twice this week. Well, that was a fun day, guys. Hope you enjoyed seeing a bit of Mandurah. Hoop's backyard's pretty impressive, isn't it? So make sure you subscribe to his channel, Hooper's Mayhem Aussie Style. As usual, I'll leave links in the description to everywhere I've been today, including Hoop's channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click on the Mad Dog icon just there, or the subscribe button down below. Give me a big thumbs up, share this video wherever you can, and we'll see you in the next one.